Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled Stop Being Mad at Black Men Because You Chose Wrong. Let's get right into it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee back with another video for you guys. So I'm here to give my quick little words of wisdom once again. So I say this all the time, but I want to reiterate it because I think it's important for women to understand and take this as words of love and wisdom and not as hate and bashing. I think for some women, the women who this applies to, you gotta stop blaming black men for your horrible choices. Now just hear me out. I think that it's important for women, if you want to grow and you want to move forward and you want to better your life situations and circumstances, stop blaming anybody for the choices that you chose to make in your life. If you have been out here and you've made some poor choices when it comes to dating and relationships and they didn't work out, don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. Don't sulk in it. Learn from it and move forward. You don't have to blame anybody else if you made the choices yourself. Find the strength and the courage to accept the fact that either you didn't know better or maybe you did know better, but you chose to try it anyway and it didn't end in your favor and it didn't work out. That's okay. Life moves on. You don't have to stay stuck in that place. You can find the strength to move on, but when you find the strength to move on, do better and not continuously blame the man for his lack thereof or the things that he may have made mistakes in, but focus on you. Focus on the things that you chose to do and the mistakes that you made so that you can learn from it and better you. Because overall, if you want to continuously date and you want to find better dating possibilities or find the best man for you, then you're going to have to make changes with yourself. You can't keep blaming the mistakes that the man may have made or the differences you may have had or the fact that the relationship just didn't work out. Blaming him is not going to get you to a better place, but learning who you are, learning patterns, learning why you made the choices you made, learning what's important, learning yourself in general will help you to have better choices in the future. And I know it's easy to always say, you know what, he was a narcissist, he was this, he was not good, but what were you? Because none of us are perfect. So if both of you were in a relationship where both of y'all had issues, y'all had never worked those issues out, right? Y'all didn't know what y'all was doing, because usually most people in relationships don't know what they're doing. You got to keep in mind, we were not taught how to navigate these relationship streets. We were not taught how to cooperate with a man or a man to cooperate with a woman. Most of us were not raised to understand how to work with each other in relationships. So that's understandable. But the key to all of this is learning from your mistakes, doing better so that you'll have a better shot at it next time. So that you don't repeat the same mistakes you made before. Because as long as you continue to create the same mistakes over and over, that's not going to move you forward. You're just going to keep going in circles and you're going to keep having bad experiences after bad experiences. So the key to it is not that you made the mistake, it's to learn from the mistake and do better. And the more you learn how to do better as individuals, the better chances you'll have in successful relationships.
I agree with Dee Dee. I agree. You gotta don't blame the man, blame yourself. But here's the reality, right? Like if you blame yourself and you try to correct yourself for what's wrong, you gotta figure out what's really wrong with you, right? A lot of women, they don't understand this, and I'll explain it because I know. A lot of women want results that who they are cannot suffice. Who you are, you're not capable of the results that you want. Okay, you want an alpha man, you want to be the man, you want to be the wife of an alpha man, and honestly, you're going to need a lot more skills than what you got. So I think, yeah, telling women that they need to learn, that is true, but we need to explain to them what they need to learn, right? So, look, I'm a black man, right? And am I at fault for why women are where they are today? Of course not. You know, I don't control the world, right? My influence is very small. And as black men are influenced in some ways, it's very small. You know, the truth of the matter is that natural selection is done all through women's choices. So the men that women choose to reproduce with, those are going to be the kids of the future. Okay, that's our future generation. It's going to be based off the men you choose to sleep with. So I think if we had to teach women a specific thing, I think that we need to teach them modesty. I think we need to teach them abstinence. I think we need to teach them the value of being a wife, right? And being looked after by a man. I think we need to teach them to let their fathers and their brothers help them through dating, right? No, and sometimes I would say, you know what, dating is unnecessary. Dating's for hookup culture. So a lot of people are trying hookup culture out. It's not really working for them. Some people are fortunate enough to get married, but for the most part, if you're in hookup culture, you're gonna lose like everybody else. Everybody loses in hookup culture. Listen, I enjoy hookup culture. I won't lie. I've had a lot of fun, but you know what I've realized as well? It's all the same ish. The same ish. You know, once you have one good punani, it's almost like you've had them all. It's all the same. You know, a lot of girls say, oh, I got that good thing, I got that good thing. There's not a lot of variety of good punani. You know what I'm saying? It's all pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. It's all equal. Women, for the most part, have the same equipment. Now, some people's hygiene is off. Some people smell a lot better. Some people are a lot flyer. Some people are a lot more fitter. Some people have better personalities. But for the most part, if you blindfolded a man, he couldn't tell you his wife in a lineup of women. We don't know. Where a woman might have, she might be able to tell you her man in a lineup of other men. You know, that's how different we are as men. Our tools are not the same. A lot of women's tools are the same. You know, and then, you know, I agree their appearance could be different, you know, but as far as having this good. So I think we need to get past that, right? Because there's no place to achieve in having good punani other than just being healthy, you know, and having good hygiene. That's like the main thing. If you're healthy, good hygiene, consider yourself, you got that good poom poom, all right? The other thing I think women need to learn is how to cooperate with a man. Didi said that men need to learn how to cooperate with women. What do you mean by cooperate with women? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? Right? Because when you say cooperate, you're suggesting leadership. So should we learn how to cooperate as far as when women lead? We need to know how to follow when a woman leads. And this is something I don't necessarily agree with, specifically based off the idea of the gender man needs to figure out how to follow the gender woman. No, I think people in general do follow women, especially when you're a young child. A young boy follows his mother. But at a certain point, a young boy needs a father to take over when he's 13, 14, when he's stronger than the mom, could dominate the mom, and she really can't force him to do what she wants him to do, right? Because a lot of parents, they're going to bully you into submission. And some of them never evolve out of that. When you're young kids, they bully young kids into submission, right? Like, oh, do this or I'm going to beat you or I'm going to spank you or whatever like that. That's what parents do. But women can only do that for so long because at some point, 13, 14, and kids in high school, his mom can't take him. You know, let's just tell the truth. So what do we mean by following a woman's leadership? You know, that's advice for young boys to know how to, you know, respect their mothers. You get what I'm trying to say? But at some point, people need to know you got hands. I'm going to just tell you the truth. Like, you know, we want to eliminate the fact that men are stronger than women and make it insignificant. It's not insignificant. It's very significant. The fact that we're stronger than you, that means we can impose our will on the world. Now, there's rightful uses of that imposing of the will in the world, and there's, you know, unethical, immoral uses of it. And I'm not talking about anything unethical or immoral. I'm just talking about biologically, as we are as people, as we've been evolutionarily evolved to. Right? What you think we've been evolved for iPads and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram? No. We're just animals using electronics. That's all it is. Right? We really, these things become our lives so much. Steve Jobs said, we're going to make the iPhone when it feels like an extension of yourself. They have achieved that. We've done that so much where people forget we're actually humans. And that we have skills, we have strengths, we have weaknesses, we have vulnerabilities. And understanding that because women are vulnerable to men, at the end of the day, you can't really force a man to do what you want him to do. Therefore, if anyone's cooperating with anybody, it's people cooperating with men. Even men can force other men to do what they want to do, right? Cop, he comes and wants to arrest somebody, he has to impose his will on that person, force them to the ground, take them, you know, put them in handcuffs. Women have a hard time arresting criminals. Let's just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. A lot of dangerous dash cam videos of women trying to subdue men. You know, I've seen 2 women try to subdue a man and they couldn't do it. I've seen 2 men try to subdue another man and they couldn't do it. At the end of the day, the world is evil, or there's evil in the world, and those evil men, you know, the way to deal with them is with good men, right? They say evil prevails in the world when good men do nothing. So we got to do something. I'm a force of good. You feel me? I'm a force of good. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in my right to carry. I believe in, you know, being dangerous as a man, but keeping that under wrap. You feel me? And I don't think there's any virtue in being weak. There's no virtue in it. But women want us to celebrate that. So again, I say this all about cooperation because at the end of the day, the significant thing about men is that we are dangerous, but that's also why we add value, because we can protect. The whole protect. I want a man to provide. I want a man to protect. I want a man that's taller than me. A lot of these men, you want a taller man for the proxy of getting someone that can protect you, but sometimes a taller man can't protect you. Some people are tall, what we used to call these dudes in the back, big birds. They're like big birds, you know what I'm saying? They're goofy, tall clowns. They can't, they can't pop a grape in a fruit fight type of shit. These dudes they're not powerful, So as men, we don't want to just look powerful. We got to be powerful. So again, I don't think we're going to get to the bottom of who's at fault, men or black women. I think what we need to do is point to the direction that women need to go into. Instead of just telling them, you need to change, you need to learn from your mistakes. We need to give them the path to succeed. What's the path? And I think the path simply is go after the man you like, learning how to shut up and cooperate with him, right? I'm not saying take anything he does. I'm not saying that for men or women. Don't take anything a man does, and women don't take anything. Men don't take anything a woman does. I don't think people should put hands on each other. So, that should go without saying. So in general, all things being equal, right? The relationship is a productive relationship. What's going to have to happen in a productive relationship is a woman needs to be able to follow a man's lead. Yeah, both can't lead. There's no two steering wheels on a car. There's only one steering wheel, right? And so we got to respect that. Only one person could be the captain of the ship. You could be a co-captain, co-pilot, but keyword is co. There's still number one, main captain. Even in the airplane, there's co-pilots, but again, the term is co-pilot. Okay, so the most women could possibly do is co-piloting. That means when it comes to our relationship, they could lead where we allow them to lead, and I think we should allow women to lead in places such as decorating or taking after young kids. I don't know what scent to use in the household, what color to paint the bathroom. Women can decide a lot of stuff, but they got to respect that we're allowing them to. Because at the end of the day, men, we are the employers, women are the employees, we are the captains of the ships, women are just the passengers. And so this is our boat. And it'll be out of order if we let a woman come on our boat and tell us what to do on our boat. Now, if a woman wants to provide for you, you are on her boat. And most women don't want you to come on their boat. They want to come on your boat. Therefore, respect the captains. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Didi. I found out that, I guess our audience overlap. People know her. I dropped a video about her. People responded that they know everything about her. Apparently, she's married and she had a story. I'm going to figure out the story eventually. I don't know the story, but shout out to her. Good content nonetheless. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys over there.